I was just thinking, this is like in between takes. I was just thinking today about how it's really hard to make things on the internet. So this is going to be an unscripted video, and I'm literally about to film a video that I've been preparing for. I have my notes. My light is not yet on, so I just thought this light was going to be a little bit moody, which is what I think I need for this particular conversation. It's hard to make things online. I think bottom line is just hard to make things, and I think people don't realize what it takes to create things. And I've had so many conversations with other creatives who are having a similarly hard time to make things, and I just wanted to, it's not even a rant, it's more like, if you're going to create things online, which is the predominant way in which people make things these days, you would have to become somebody else. What do I mean by that? It's when you have that initial idea, that initial enthusiasm of creating things, and you feel very excited about making things. It's like, it's probably the most wonderful feeling you can have when you have an idea and you think about a way to make it become a reality, whether it's a movie, a song, something, whatever that is. And what happens usually is that for the people who are lucky, the first idea really takes off really fast. Like, you make your first video and people really like it, and you get this positive reinforcement of you did something and people enjoy, you doing that, and you just keep making the things and you keep creating, and that's really awesome. But for the larger majority, me included, you make things and then they don't work out. And the reason why I say you have to become somebody else is because that initial enthusiasm, that initial energy, that initial love, that high, beautiful high of making things and getting rewarded for it. When you don't get that, you realize over time, if you stay on the path, that you would need to find a different source of that high. And I have this video idea I want to talk about success between the process and the outcome. And I think one of those key concepts of that particular video was the idea that some people define success by the outcome, the subscribers, the views, the likes, the numbers that you can see, the money, the fame, the recognizability when you move out in society and go onto the street. And then the people who actually succeed, in my opinion, are those who realize the success about the process. It's about who you become. So coming back to making things online, if you don't accept and realize that it's who you become in the process of making things that makes you successful. It's taking an idea and trying it so many times in different formats that you end up in a place where when you look back 5 months, 5 years down the road, you're like, wow, I cannot believe that this same person that I feel, you feel incompetent, you feel like you don't know what you're talking about, this same person was able to do these things. And I watched a video yesterday from RDC World where they met J. Cole. And Mark, I think the leader of the gang, was talking about how they started making videos and how they do anime and all that stuff. And you see these young guys who took an idea and who failed multiple times and who've become basically the symbol for a majority of people. 4 point something million people on the internet who see these guys and enjoy anime, video games, and just quirky and weird, and they're cool and they're fun guys. So if you're watching this video, I have a feeling that maybe you're having a hard time making things and you're having a hard time creating stuff. Like, generally speaking, you're just wondering, like, is this idea going to work? Why are people not subscribing to my channel? Why are people not watching? Why are people not viewing? Like, why am I putting all this energy and I'm not getting anything out of it? And I want to just let you know that it's normal, like, all the time. Right now, I'm about to film a video about unpopular opinions. I don't know if the video will be up by the time I publish one. Probably it may or may not be. And I'm freaking out. Like, I'm really afraid that the opinions that I'm sharing in that particular video, because I've written them down already, the opinions that I'm sharing in that particular video are not going to be, I want to check whether these things actually in focus. They're not going to be acceptable by the majority of people, and I feel like people are going to unsubscribe. But when I think about the fact that my fear of people disliking me because of an opinion that I have is what is stopping me from expressing myself and actually exploring who I am and exploring and using this tool called the internet, that makes me realize, like, Kamga, this is a problem. You have to work on this. For example, if your fear is that people are going to judge you based on idea, it's like, this is a problem. You need to work on this. why would you focus so much on other people's perception of you than on your perception of yourself? Because if I'm going to make a video about unpopular opinions, it means there's an opinion that I hold. First of all, it's an opinion. It's changeable. That is it's an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not research. It's an opinion. So if I'm afraid of people judging me from an opinion, then something is really wrong somewhere that I have to address. So if you're worried about not getting views, not getting subscribers, not growing on as fast as you would like, then it gives you the opportunity to start asking questions like, okay, why do you want to grow? What are you providing to people that they should grow? Is it just a selfish, move like I want to get views because I exist? Or are you actually providing value in a way that people enjoy and want to consume? Because that's the thing, you might say, yes, I'm providing value, I'm putting all the energy, I'm putting all the effort. But first of all, some people are just not lucky. Like, let's put that out of the way. There are always exceptions. There are people who work really, really hard and it just doesn't work out. It's very human. Sometimes things don't work out. You plant, 100 seeds and there's always that one seed that doesn't grow or more. Like I said, I'm not a scientist. I don't know the theory of seeds that grow. But if you've heard of the Pareto principle, I don't know what to talk about that right now. When I talk about seeds, I thought of the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, which is that 80% of your success comes from 20% of your effort, and vice versa. 80% of your failure comes from 20% of your effort of things like. Basically, there's a disproportionate balance between the amount of effort and the outcome, or the input and the outcome. So, if let's say you had a stock portfolio, overall over time you realize that 20% of your gains come from 80% of your 80% of your gains come from 20% of your portfolio. And the way I look at it for somebody who is making things online is that you have to create and try and iterate and improve and grow and improve your skills as a storyteller, as a public speaker, as an editor, as an idea person, to the point where you find your 20% that will give you 80% of your results. And when you realize that, you start thinking about the process of creation as a long game. You're not trying to find a viral video. You're not trying to find a one-hit wonder that will make everything explode. Every single day, what you're doing is that you're going ahead to try something new. Like, try a different kind of lighting. I don't know how this is going to look when I'm going to be editing it. Maybe it's a bad idea. I should have turned the other one on. But I just like the way it was. And I was like, okay, let me try this and see. This is a serious topic. I'm feeling particularly moody. Maybe moody light is going to work, right? And I may or may not edit this video. Like, let me try to see how I can just spill out my ideas and talk about something that is bothering me in a way that doesn't require me to, zoom in and zoom out and do some jump cuts and things like that, and just speak for the length that I can. Because like you, I struggle with my channel. I'm past 4,000 subscribers and I'm still finding a hard time to understand what it is that I'm offering of value that would allow me to be able to keep doing this. It's not who you are right now that's going to benefit from what you're doing. It's who you're going to become. So to say that, when I say that you have to become someone else, it means it's not like you have to start pretending to be people or, fake it until you make it. It's this simple process of the more you work hard on those meta skills, improving your editing, improving your public speaking, improving your idea, researching what are people actually looking for, what do they actually want to watch, what do I like, what am I good at. When you do go through that process, actually finding out what am I providing, because I strongly believe, and this is not even an unpopular opinion, I think you probably agree with me, that every single person has something to offer. And I think the problem that we have with social media is that we see all these things and we believe that because somebody else has done it, then we cannot do it. Take reaction videos, for example. There are many, many people doing reaction videos on the internet. But my reaction videos had a particular class of people enjoying it because of, the topic, my personality, the delivery, and all that stuff. So don't sit and think that because somebody has done a particular kind of video that works, then you have to find something totally originally new. You are the totally originally new person in this equation, and you need to leverage your capacity, your skills, your personality, and your ability to grow to create the kind of content that could potentially attract viewers. But the bottom line here is that you need to become the kind of person who can take an idea, make a proper video that serves people, and that is not going to happen overnight. I think the failure with most people who are creating online is that we assume virality is just one of these things that just happens, it just happens all the time. We think things don't actually go as viral as we think. Generally speaking, before the internet, something will happen. Like, I remember when Princess Diana died and I was watching it on the TV. I think it was like after it was a funeral. And now that I think about it, it's like it took months for me to even find out that she had died. I didn't even know who this woman was. But these days, we know when her son gets, we know when they're pregnant, we know, like, I I don't even know what I'm talking about this particular point. Bottom line is, if you feel like you're not getting the kind of traction that you want as you're creating on the internet, take a step back and look at whether you are the kind of person who should be getting that kind of traction. Are you actually offering something that solves people's problems? Are you packaging it in a way that works? Can you improve your editing? Can you improve your public speaking? Can you improve your thumbnails? What can you actually work on? What skill can you improve to grow and become the kind of person who deserves the success that you're looking for? I know people are lucky. I consider myself lucky. But the luck that I choose to have is that I have the capacity to improve my luck by increasing my chances of finding the success that I'm looking for. And that means growing every single day, pushing those boundaries, testing the limits, trying different things. So, to wrap it up, it's totally normal to feel like things aren't working out. But what is not normal is using that as an excuse to give up. It's okay to give up on ideas that are not working out because you've tried and you're like, okay, you know what, bro? I'm never going to be tall enough to do this particular, jump, whatever it is. I'm not going to be an athlete. One of my popular opinions is that you cannot be anything you want. In fact, I don't know if you watch the video. If the video is already up, it's going to be somewhere. I'm going to plug it in there. But yeah, the fact that you're not getting those views and those subscribers, of course, there are exceptions. It could be that you're just unlucky. But I have a feeling that the higher priority, that the chances are higher that you're not providing value in the best way that could be and that could serve the people that you're looking to attract. So improve your skills. Work on the things that you can control. Whether it's increasing your frequency of publication, whether it's trying different topics, whether it's trying different editing styles, whether it's trying different formats. I bought a green screen the other day. I'm still thinking of how I'm going to do a sketch. I have this idea for a sketch that I am very definitely is not my zone of influence. It's not my, what's the word? I know it's zone of influence or locus of control, one of them. It's not my area. I'm not a funny guy, at least from my perspective. I say funny things that I find funny, but I know most people don't find funny. So that's why I say I'm not a funny guy. But I think there's a part of me that wants to try this out, try a sketch, and like, what would happen if I actually took my time to do this thing? You know? So, yeah. Don't give up. Unless you've tried and you can see and there's evidence that this is not the time or you're not the right person for something. Just try something else. In the same space, if you're doing video, let me take video, like let me take YouTube. Let's just talk about YouTube. Are you doing your keyword research? Are you looking for what people actually are looking for? Are you solving an existing problem? Are you starting your video with a hook? Are you telling people from the very beginning what you're going to get from the video? Are you making the video as short as possible while giving all the information that is necessary? Are you making it interactive? Are you doing your edits? Are you cutting things out? Are you projecting the energy that you want people to feel from your video? There's so many things that you could improve. So many. I see a lot of people giving up when they haven't even tried enough. And so this video is really just to tell you, try harder. I know, sounds like terrible advice and simplistic. Improve. Now I need to go film that video because this is literally me procrastinating by making a video. So yeah, my name is Kamga. I make videos on the internet and I love expressing myself and using stories as a way to improve life, whether it's for individuals or communities. So if you like what you've seen and you think this is something that somebody else should see, go ahead and share with them. And if you don't think that's the case, then why have you been watching this video?